Hey guys, so a couple of weeks ago, I asked you through the community tab what types of recipes you would like to see for spring. And I got all kinds of great suggestions, some of which will be coming up. But the one that really stole my heart was the coconut cream pie, because that is really a classic for spring. It is so delicious and so easy, I couldn't believe we didn't already get to this one yet. So today, I'm going to show you how to make a fantastic coconut cream pie using two different types of coconut, macadamia nuts, and coconut milk. And the results are off the charts. Let me show you how to put it together. So in the bowl of a food processor, we're going to add 9 graham crackers, which is roughly about 1.5 cups of graham cracker. Now, if you're outside the States and you can't get graham crackers, I've been told digestive biscuits are the closest thing, so you could use that. Then you're also going to add 1/2 cup of raw macadamia nuts. Now I know these nuts can be a little bit expensive, so if you want to leave them out, you could just add more graham crackers. You also add a tablespoon of sugar and 1/2 cup of sweetened coconut. You just want to process that all together until you have a nice fine crumb. And then at that point, you're going to add 4 tablespoons of melted butter. And you can process that and then you'll have a nice wet crumb. Then we're going to be baking this in a metal pie plate. So I actually am partial to different pie plates for different types of pies, I know. But I really find that for this pie, a metal pie plate is the way to go because it's going to create a really nice crisp crust underneath. So I do like to spray it lightly with some baking spray and just distribute it with a pastry brush, just so that it's easier to slice and remove once it's set. And then you're going to pour in all of the crumbs. And at first it's going to look like a ton of crumbs, but this is what you want to do. Give the tin a shake so that it's all level, and then go in with a measuring cup. And if you don't have a measuring cup, you could probably also use a coffee mug and just push the crumbs to the outer layer of the tin, working all the way around the pie tin. And you'll see you'll start to create a nice little crust. And then once you have a nice crust, you'll be left with some crumb in the center, and you can just pat that down, making sure that you're creating a nice even layer on the bottom there. Then place your tin on a baking sheet and pop it in a 375-degree Fahrenheit oven. And you want to bake it for just 10 minutes until it's nice and golden brown and set. Okay, so now for our pie filling. So what you want to do is in a large medium sauce pot, add a cup of milk and a cup of coconut milk. And you want the full fat coconut milk. So don't get the light coconut milk because that won't actually be heavy enough. It'll just be labeled either classic coconut milk or just coconut milk. And the full fat does tend to separate. So before you measure it out, go in with your fork and just stir it up in the can so it's nice and incorporated, and then measure it out. And then you also want to add 1 vanilla bean that has been scraped of its seeds, and you can throw the pot in too, and 1/4 cup of sugar. And you can whisk that all up and then heat the milk just until the sugar is dissolved and the vanilla bean seeds rise to the top. Then in a large bowl, you want to add 4 egg yolks, a pinch of salt, and 1/3 cup of cornstarch. And you can whisk that all together just until you get a nice paste. And then you want to slowly add your milk mixture to this paste, whisking just a little bit in to begin to temper those eggs, and then you can add the full amount. Then you want to take this mixture and pour it through a fine mesh sieve into a medium sauce pot. And you want to make sure that this sauce pot is cleaned out. You want to start with a clean pot. Then you just want to cook this mixture, whisking until it thickens, and then you'll see a pastry cream form. Then you can turn off the heat and whisk in 2 tablespoons of butter. Then at this point, you don't want to delay. You want to pour this mixture immediately into your cooled pie shell, because if you wait, it'll start to congeal and become really thick and won't create a nice smooth top. Then you can allow it to cool in the pie shell like this, because we don't want to put the whipped cream on top until it's actually perfectly cool. So if you want to speed up the process, you could pop the whole thing in the fridge. So then to make the whipped cream, we're going to take 2 cups of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And you want to whip that on high just until stiff peaks form. We want stiff peaks because we're going to actually pipe this cream onto our pie, and you'll get a little bit more dramatic effect if your cream has stiff peaks as opposed to soft peaks. Then you can transfer your cream into a large pastry bag fitted with your favorite star tip. Then we're just going to pipe on our pie large whipped cream mounds all the way around. And then in the center, you can either do 1 big large one, or I like to do sometimes 2 or 3 smaller ones. There, isn't that gorgeous? Now, you're going to place this in your refrigerator overnight. So this really is a pie that is best made the day before because it really does need to set up. And then moments before you serve it, you can take a 1/4 cup of unsweetened coconut. So I do like to use the 2 types of coconut. I think the sweetened is really good in the crust when you want a little bit more sweetness, but then the unsweetened is really great on top so that you get more coconut flavor. I like to do it just moments before because then that way the coconut flakes have a nice crunch to them. If you do it when your pie is refrigerating, they get a little soggy. So it's something you can do right before. And when you bite into it, you will see how great all those layers are between the crunchy crust, the velvety smooth filling, and of course that cool whipped cream on top with the little crunch of the coconut flakes. I hope you guys give this one a try and let me know what you think. And if you would like to try a chocolate cream pie, you can click this annotation and I'll see you over there. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoy and I'll see you back here next week. Until then, bye.